So this is our, I don't know, is it our last night? Maybe our second to last night camping on our trip. And like Chelsea said, which you didn't hear, is that we've never stayed in the same place twice. And that's the great thing about the Go Fast camper, is that you can just find a spot. Like we've been looking for maybe the last 45 minutes, different BLM roads, found this spot, which we thought, hey, this is hidden away enough, and then we can just quickly pop up the camper, and I'll show you how we do that. So we just backed in and leveled up the front because it had a slight slope to it. And all we did was drag out just enough that we can have a clear path upstairs into the tent. But as far as setting this thing up, it's super easy, and that's what I love about it, is pull the pin, flip the latch, same on this side, and then it's just as simple as lifting it into place. And there's your bed. There's your tent. If you want, this has built-in pad, which is reasonably comfortable, a little firm, but you know, if it's just one night, it's okay. You start to feel it after 3 nights, or at least I do. So we tend to, and we've been camping for like a week now. So having an extra pad in there is really helpful. But then it's just a matter of grabbing your bedding, your sleeping bag, your pad if you want to bring it, throwing it up in here, and then you're pretty much set. So this is inside, and it's pretty roomy. You could put 3 people very snugly in here, but 2 people is really going to be a lot more comfortable. This panel moves. There's a pad here and a panel there, and they both move. These square, they come out. You can slide this or take it out. So it's kind of modular. So if you wanted to, you could take these pads. If you wanted to sleep downstairs, you take the pads out, lay them down below in the bed of the truck, take these panels and stack them back up here, and you have a lot of headroom. So the versatility is really, really nice. I did put some LED strip lighting up in here. It plugs in. I use like a Jackery power bank to plug it in, and it's down at the feet here. There's a plug for it, and you just plug that into the power supply. Ventilation's really good. You have these windows, but these windows are optional, so you pay extra for it. I think I got every option that you could get with this tent. It's not perfect. The craftsmanship could be a little bit better on the tent, but as far as the function of the camper, what it was intended for, and the engineering of it, I really like. It's just a little expensive for what you get. So in terms of value, this camper I think is a little overpriced. At just under $10,000, I would suspect or expect that everything, like the workmanship, should be pretty darn near perfect. And it's not perfect. There's quite a few flaws that I found with it. One of which is right here. The zipper, I don't know if you can see that, but they didn't even finish sewing it on. Probably something that I could fix myself, and probably will. There's little gaps in the corner. Here you can see a little gap, and in pretty much every corner there's gaps like that. And those, I have noticed that in heavy rains, when this is all closed up, I can come in, and when I go to use it, like this is damp. The bedding is damp. These are these are sheets, quilted sheets. They don't come with it. The pads just look like this material. These were a custom order for these the sheets. But yeah, overall, I really like it. I do think it's a bit overpriced for what you get, and because of the quality issues. Also, there's one more thing, and that's I'll have to jump out to show you, and that's the outer door. The zipper doesn't go all the way down. So I'll show you that right now. And I'm rolling. So you can see, like, if you look at both sides where it zips, it won't zip down all the way because it's like the fabric wasn't cut straight, the material they used, and it prevents it from zipping all the way, which I think is an issue, because where the door is, if the wind, at the very bottom, if the wind kicks up, and let's say it's raining and it flaps that open, it would go right into the tent through the bug screen. And that has happened. So it's something that I have to be watchful for. One thing that I can do is I can take little tarp clips, clip it onto the outer door, and then weigh it down with something to kind of anchor it down so that the wind doesn't flap it up. But there's a few nits to pick about it, but overall I really do like it, but far from perfect. So I've showed you the camper, and now I guess I'll just take this time to show you the rest of the truck, which is a 2021 Toyota Tundra. And I'll flip this around and kind of walk you through everything. So what I've done is suspension, which is Icon coilovers, Total Chaos, upper control arms. I've got a CBI bumper, a Warren 10,000 pound winch, some Amazon Chinese LED off-road lights, which are reasonably bright, RCI skid plates that go, it's like full belly. I don't have the fuel tank one. I feel like I need to do that. 35-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Boss mud terrains. I have these Go Rhino steps. They're flimsy. I will probably ditch those for rock sliders, actually, because they wouldn't hold up. What else? The camper, which I've shown you. I have the WeBoost mobile cell booster. What else do I have on here? This truck's a mess. FYI, it's just a mess traveling. But I also have front and rear Eaton or Harrop e-lockers, which are really handy when you need them. The bed just has a factory spray and bed liner. It's pretty simple build, nothing too elaborate. I do have this, and I don't know if I like them or not, but I added airbags. The airbags are just if I'm carrying heavy loads, towing a trailer plus heavy loads. They're super helpful to keep the rear end from sagging. But I think, I'm not sure, I think they might limit the rear wheel travel. We were on a trail and it was really flexing out, and I could hear the airbags like stretching, and I thought, man, I wonder if they're preventing it from flexing all the way. I'm not sure. Might be something to look into. I don't really fill them with air that often, so I might ditch those. So that's it for the truck and camper. If anybody wanted to know, and if you didn't want to know, sorry for boring you. One thing I always bring is the trasharoo, because I hate it when people leave trash, so don't leave trash. Whenever we go to a spot and we find trash, we'll pick it up, because I hate seeing a place that is trash where people leave garbage. Now, all the ancient tin cans that are all rusted, well, those are kind of interesting sometimes, but I don't want to leave that kind of artifact for the future.